the reason that I wanted to talk about writer bios on Substack is because Substack have changed the layout. So as publication owners, we need to understand how people are navigating on the app and how people are navigating on the desktop. The main tool, and this is what I'm going to talk about in this live, of discoverability for us, unless we've got a big platform somewhere else, which I do not, is Substack Notes and the Substack network. So now, and I'm very tuned into this, so my monthly subscribers are pretty steady. Like, I'm usually around about 500 to 600 new subscribers a month. If they go down, I can usually pinpoint it as to what's happened, and I do think it is related to what I'm going to speak about in the new layout. So when you head to your writer bio on Substack, we now have our publication or publications as a little button that we can click into. Obviously, previously, and all of the classes that I've taught previously, we would have had our writer bio, which was the piece of information that was about who we are in the world, and then we would have had our Substack bio explainer below that. So people were trying to kind of get the information from both of those places to decide whether to subscribe to us. So they would get a bit of an insight into who we are in the world, but they would also get, and this is the publication, like this is the publication home. Now they only get in the app the writer bio, and it's not enough. It's not enough of an invite to just talk about yourself. So we're all going to have to change our bios, guys, unless Substack are going to revert it back again. But that is what I can pinpoint the lack of subscribers over the last week or so to, because usually when I show up in notes the way that I do, people head straight over, but people are now making a decision because my bio is just about me. Like, they're like, well, I don't know, where's the social proof? Where's the authority? Why should I click further than this? Like, asking people to click further than one click is a big ask. So what do we do about all of this? The first thing is don't panic. Like, Substack does give us good discoverability, so that is great. Lots of people will get more if they're kind of navigating on desktop and things like that. So the first thing that you can do is just have a little check how many people are reading through the Substack app. Now, we only get this information, as far as I can tell. I did think that we had it in another place, but I don't think so. We can only get this per post. So the last post I published, which was what's on in April, so I was giving all of my members a bit of a rundown. Email, it was 96%, and the Substack app was 4%. So the readers that I already have were already reading in the app, and that's all cool. Like, they're already subscribed. But the people that I would be hoping to bring in via notes, obviously that subscription is now asking for them to click in and learn more. So there's a couple of ways of looking at this, and I've had a bit of a think about this for the last week, and just had a look at some other people's profiles and kind of gone into it a bit. I don't want us to overthink it, but when we're showing up on notes and we're asking people to discover who we are and why they should subscribe to our publication, Substack have reverted it back. So we do have the subscribe button next to our note, thank goodness, because when it was the follow button, this was another really low month of subscribers compared to my average. So it's changed back, so that's good. But it's not quite enough to pique interest with a note. You could have a note go viral, and are people going to press that subscribe button if it's not related to what it is that you talk about within your publication? So it's kind of like holding all of it holistically, going, okay, can I tweak that writer bio? There's very few characters there for us, but if people are clicking over in the app from notes to our writer bio, does it make sense? Like, is my publication called Emma's Substack? Do I say, hi, I'm Emma? Well, that's already then not very much information other than there's a person called Emma in the world. So we've got to stack it all up together. I am teaching a class around brand hierarchy this month. It's the second class of the month. Next week is called to actions, and making them more evergreen and helping us look after ourselves without having to feel like we've constantly got to kind of point people in loads of directions. But anyway, so if you want to come to that, we will cover it there. But yeah, we want to be holding that. So it's really hard for me to do because obviously I'm live on Substack, but I'm just going to, oh, that's so weird. Like, I'm live, but I'm also looking at my laptop. I just want to show you what I mean. So let me just turn this around to the laptop. And then normally here, this would be where you would be able to see a little bit more about what these publications are about. And on the app, it's the same. So you'd be able to see a little bit more about what those publications are about. But obviously, Substack have changed it. People aren't going to do the 2 clicks unless we intrigue them enough, unless we invite them enough. So What I want to challenge you to do is, first of all, don't panic, like I said, but just know that if your subscriber numbers are down, if you've not had a viral note this month, I've never had a viral note, but here we are, we're building joyfully and sustainably, and it's all good. Don't worry, just do that gentle tweak. Have a look at your bio and see if there's a way that you can invite people in. So my publication is called Sparkle on Substack. It's an invite. Do you want to sparkle on Substack? Of course you do. Like, who doesn't? Let's have a lovely time doing our best work. So there's already an invitation in there. It's already going to put some people off. If it was called Success on Substack, my members wouldn't have been having a nice enough time. Like, I wanted everyone to have a gorgeous creative time in Sparkle on Substack and do the work that they want to do, of course, to grow and become bestsellers and all the other gorgeous stuff. So that's good. Like, I'm happy with that. But my bio is a creative who also writes, just banging on about myself. Like, nobody cares. Like, tell me why they should care. I'm not telling them. Space holder, again, who cares? And Substack expert. Okay, so now they might care. Like, now they might be curious. So I've got to move all of that and prioritize more about the Sparkle on Substack and more about my teaching style. So it goes on to say, powered by all that's joyful, sustainable, slow living, big dreams and quiet ambition in the changing seasons here by the Northumberland coast. That's all cut off in the app. So I need to make that way shorter. So I need to get to the magnetic messaging of what people are going to care about, what people are going to be most interested in about my publication for them to subscribe. This is obviously us working harder with fewer characters and fewer words. That we've done some of this before on social media, and it's a pain that this is what it's like on Substack. Remember that people can toggle to our about pages, but we are dealing with an attention economy now. Like, people are on there scrolling a lot more than they used to be. You know, we want to get them, yes, into a beautifully spacious place to read, but not everybody's going to be on there. They might be on there for a quick scroll, whatever else. So I think just repositioning, okay, like, is the authority built in there? Is there any social proof built in there? Like, I could say top 10 publication, for example. Like, it doesn't feel quite right as a writer bio to say top 10 publication. I was stacking them against each other before, but I think now I've got no choice. I've got to give all of everything that I can to prove the social proof, the authority, and really extend the invite to brand new people, because they're not clicking through. You know, why would they? Like, we need to get them to care enough. So if you're still wondering how to kind of capture people's attention, the main thing that I can say is just let yourself go wide. You know, with your about page, like, what is the crux of what you want to say? What is the one line? And I hate that Substack have done this to us, honestly. Like, I hate that we have to do one line and we have to sum ourselves up in a line because we're writers and we want to expand and we want to make space for nuance. You know, we don't want to do the kind of pointy arrow Instagram bio, like, you know, link. We don't want to do the paperclip. Like, we don't want to do that. You know, we've done all of that stuff. We wanted more space, but for now, that's what we've got. And I think that expanding everything out, having a look at your about page, try and hold that, condense it down. Take my micro copy class. So I brought in an expert copywriter for the micro copy class, and it's brilliant. She's called Amy Francis. She's amazing. She's also done an about page workshop as well. They're all in the membership. You can grab them as soon as you join, or if you're already in, then go and find them out in the A to Z. So they're there to help us with this stuff. But my main thing is, like, make sure the invite is in there. Make sure the invite's first and you're not just talking about yourself, because people haven't got time. You know, people haven't got time to subscribe to hundreds of Substacks about hundreds of people navel gazing and talking about themselves. Like, we just haven't, unless you're an incredible writer, then obviously maybe it's a bit different. But yeah, that's what I wanted to come on and talk about. I'm going to see if you guys have got any questions. I've got to go make the kids tea in a minute. Hi Laura, nice to see you. So Charlie's saying, do you think for someone who's trying to be a writer should post their script on their page to get noticed? Well, Charlie, you could drag and drop a PDF. So if you have a PDF that you want to point people to, you just drag and drop that, and then you can, if they want to, you can have a look and see if they click on that. So that's one way to do it. Maybe that's helpful. I don't think there's been any other questions, but if you guys want to ask any questions before I go, you're so welcome. Don't panic edit. Like, don't do any panic editing. Just sit with it a bit and know that I think it is why. If you're seeing any fewer subscribers than you were last month, or that you do consistently, I think this is why, because we're asking people too much too soon, and we need to just be a bit clearer about who we are in the world, what's in it for them, why they should subscribe, why they should care about the work that we're doing in the world. Hi Beth. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, Katie and Beth are on together. Go and see what Katie and Beth are up to. They're two of my members and beautiful people. I know Katie in real life, and they're doing a little thing together, I think. Yeah, they know each other. Oh no, it's Joe and Beth. Joe and Beth. I'm getting so confused. So Joe from Yoga for Tired People is doing a collab with Beth Spencer. I don't know what it's about. I need to look into it, but yeah, I'm so excited. They're just two gorgeous illustrators. Very stay creative on Substack. Yeah, so yes, do a little thing together. Do some things together. I mean, obviously, the other thing about Substack is we can continue to grow in other ways. So if we're mainly using notes, then that's one thing, but collaborations are a gorgeous way to grow. Doing our best work is a gorgeous way to grow. Substack are always giving us new tools, but sometimes I think the tech bros just get the balance a little bit out, in terms of how people are consuming the internet and the attention economy. I just feel like, oh, it worked better before. So that's all really I want to say. I really hope that you guys make some space and time to think about this stuff and to give it a little bit of thought, because I do think it'll be well worth your while. The bio that you see that I have is going to change. Like, I am going to work on that this week. It is going to be red hot. People are going to be like, I know exactly what my invite is. I feel so welcome. I'm going to press subscribe. So I'm constantly trying to get people to press a subscribe button from the notes that I do. I'm not interested in followers because I can't reach those people. I have 25,000 followers. I don't have 25,000 people that see my notes. Like, if I did, I'd be quite busy, wouldn't I? But no, I don't. So for me, it is all about the subscription. It is about the attention economy. It is about sitting with people, finding out who they are in the world, getting to know them out over time, supporting them with their Substacks. And I absolutely love the work that I do. So there are loads of free articles over on Sparkle on Substack. I have had the auto paywall turned on because I've been away, so I had to do that. But if you do want to subscribe, there will be free stuff coming out. We've got a members call next week, which is about evergreen calls to action. And we've also got a brand hierarchy call, which I'm super excited about. And that's really just our positioning. It's just about positioning. So people obviously recognize our name, but they also recognize our brand or the brand name of our publication. And then that needs to have an essence and a feeling to it as well. So we need to have people feel at home and people start to recognize what they're being invited to do when they do hang out with us in our publication or on any lives that we might do. Okie doke, guys. Well, I'll go make the kids tea. And, this will be saved. I'll put it in with the live chats. I've got a podcast which is on the same topic that it's already on an A/B testing. So that's going to go out. And just stay creative. Don't worry about it. Substack change a lot. Like, I cannot tell you how many new features and new things they roll out. And just when I think, okay, they must be done now, they'll tweak something. And so it does keep us on our toes, but I'm very tuned in. I'm on there every day. I'm in clients' dashboards. I'm supporting my members. I can help you figure this stuff out so that you don't have to feel like it's another full-time job, because nobody got time for that. Okay, well, I shall see you all again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. It was lush to see you.